Student engagement has always been a challenge for teachers, and now more than ever with distance learning, it feels like it's becoming progressively harder and harder to connect with students the longer and longer this quarantine goes on. I mean, look, I have students who finished the first quarter with 105, 110% because they did not only all of the assigned work, but all of the extra credit work. But then I have students who are just checked out, and it's these students who are breaking my heart. These are the ones who I am trying so passionately to reach out to and connect with, and these are the ones who are checked out the most. And I know that we're experiencing this everywhere as educators. What do we do about it? How do we get them to engage? How do we get them to do their work and turn it in? A lot of them believe this year just isn't going to count. A lot of them believe they're just going to skate by and be passed on at the end of the year anyway. Could be, who knows? But the problem is, if they end up in the next grade not having done anything this year, they're going to be hurting for it. So how do we get them to step up now and take accountability for their own education? How do we get them to care about themselves enough to bring their A game every single day? Stick with me and let's talk about it. Hi, and welcome to Classroom Confidential. My name is Christopher Youngren, and I'm a middle school ELA teacher in Tucson, Arizona. If this is your first time joining us, then hey, I'm glad to see you here. And if you like what I have to say, why not hit that like button? If you really like what I have to say, why not subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and you'll be alerted every time I release a new video. So lately we've been reading this book in class called Kingdom Keepers, and it's about a bunch of middle school kids who turn into holograms and sneak into Disney World after dark and battle Disney villains. I mean, holy cats, what's not to like? And a lot of kids are really digging it, and yet there are kids who just aren't on the same proverbial page, as it were. And in fact, today I stopped and I said, now, how many of you still don't have the book? Because I could tell when I was asking questions and getting feedback from some of them and getting blank stares from the others, I could tell that some of them still just weren't with us. And so I said, how many of you still don't have the book? And like 5 hands went up. And I said, hold on a second. How is this possible? I mean, I emailed their parents like a week before school started, right? And then I reminded their parents about a week before fall break. And I've been mentioning this book over and over throughout the semester. So how is it that we're now halfway through the book and about 5 students, at least in this one class, still don't have the book? We've been taking tests. We've been answering questions in our journal about it. How are they doing the work? Well, the fact of the matter is, they're not. What's especially maddening is that many just seem to not care. And it's so frustrating for us as educators to be bringing our A game, bringing our passion, and being met with nothing. And it's not like an ego thing. It's because we want them to get the best education they can. Even in these weird coronavirus times with this distance learning, we want them to be the best they can because we recognize in them that they have the ability. We know they are capable. We know they're just not stepping up. And I know we are asking a lot of them this year. We are asking them to conduct themselves with more maturity than they've ever had to before. And it's difficult for a lot of them. The temptations are too great. You got Minecraft right there. You got YouTube right there. You know, if I were that age, I would probably be screwing around too. But I would also probably try and ultimately, eventually get my work done. And this is where the disconnect is happening because a lot of them simply are not turning their work in. And I don't know if they believe they're just going to skate by this year, but if they do skate by this year and if they are passed on to the next grade next year, it's going to be so much more difficult for them. But again, these are not things that are resounding with them. You shake your fist and stomp your foot and say, I believe in you. Why don't you believe in yourself? But it's falling on dead ears for many because they just don't see the value in it. They don't see the value in a book about Disney World. They don't see the value in reading about a bunch of kids fighting Disney villains. Fine, I don't care. It's not even about that. It's about doing the work and developing habits that will lead them through their lives into adulthood. And it occurred to me, maybe that's what we need to tap into. Maybe we talk to them one-on-one. Maybe we assign them an essay about it. But get to the heart of what do they want to make of their lives? What do they want to be when they grow up? Because for a lot of them, they don't see that it's a process, getting to their dreams, achieving their goals in life. They don't think of it as a process. They see this being in school time as just sort of an abstract thing they have to get through, not understanding that the skills and the habits they develop now will be transferred to their adult life and carry them through. And if they just half-ass their way through school now, this kind of mentality is going to carry them through life. And so they're not going to be able to be, they're not going to go from college to rock star. They're not going to be able to go from high school to multi-million-dollar recording artist. They're not going to even go necessarily from high school to somebody providing for their family. Because if they don't develop the skills now, they're not going to have the skills when they reach adulthood. And they're going to be, all due respect, they're going to be earning $15 an hour at Amazon. I mean, to many of them right now, they think, hey, a $15 an hour Amazon job, hey, that's super sweet. But when you get to be an adult, try raising a family on $15 an hour. Try raising a family on a Starbucks salary. Try being a mega rock star and not knowing how to play music. Try working on Wall Street and not understanding math. So to express to them that the skills they're learning now are skills that they are actually going to utilize in life, and to make it less abstract, because for a lot of them, they're like, I don't know why we need to learn punctuation. I don't know why we need to read this stupid book. I don't even know why we have to come to class. This is all pointless and it's not even real school. But you know what? They are developing discipline. They are developing skills and habits and discipline that they will be able to apply to their adult lives. And it all starts right here, right now. And so you need to find a way to connect where they are going to where they are. Look, it ain't easy, and it is getting more and more difficult as this quarantine goes on and on to keep a lid on the frustration. But I encourage you, keep one thing in sight. Keep how much you care about these kids in sight. Make sure that you don't let your frustration with them not doing exactly what you want them to do, exactly when you want to do it, override how much you care about these students and how much you want them to succeed. Express that to them. If you get upset with them for not doing their work, tell them it's because you care so much about them. You care about their success. You care about their well-being. You worry about them because they're not here in person and you don't know what's going on in their lives, and you wish the best for all of them because you want them all to be successes in life. I know how maddening these times can be, especially when you bring your passion and your energy and all of your enthusiasm to it, and it's just met with silence. I understand the struggle is real, but just keep things in perspective. We are here for them. They are not here for us and our egos. And just because we find something important doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to find things important. But hopefully, by the end of the year, by the end of the semester, by the end of the day, they understand how important you find them. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If so, press that like button for me. And if you like all my videos, then why not subscribe to my channel, like I said before, and I will keep them coming. Hey, I'll keep them coming even if you don't subscribe to my channel. Be well out there, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and take care of someone else. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.